of you, welcome back to another video on Ash Bionames, and in today's video we are going to discuss another question from your microbiology BSc semester 1, contribution of Robert Koch in the development of the microbiology. But before I start with the video, I would just like to put one word in front of you guys that this video is being made to just make you score good marks in your theoretical examination. अगर आपको entrance exam के लिए पढ़ना है, concept clarity चाहिए, then definitely you can watch this video. But apart from that, you need to also follow some good other books क्योंकि आपको detail deep knowledge होना चाहिए when you are preparing for the entrance examination, because entrance में हमेशा competition ज्यादा होता है. ठीक है, so you should follow some good book apart from the videos what you are following. ठीक है, so let us start with the video without wasting further time. So रॉबर्ट कॉच, ही इज द फादर ऑफ माइक्रोबियल टेक्निक्स. रीजन बीइंग, बहुत सारे टेक्निक्स के बारे में रॉबर्ट कॉच ने एक्सप्लेन किया था दैट वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इन दिस वीडियो ओनली. वील अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट माइक्रोबियल टेक्निक्स दैट ही डेवलप्ड इन द एरिया ऑफ माइक्रोबायोलॉजी. Then he was the one who isolated anthrax bacillus in pure culture. Now what do I mean by pure culture? देखो, अगर मेरे पास कोई सैंपल है, if in case I am having a sample, in that sample there are n number of microorganism and one such organism within that is anthrax. Let us all assume that this red color one is anthrax. So what could be the method that we can follow to isolate, to separately grow anthrax from that whole culture? तो कुछ तो एक ऐसा मेथड हमें फॉलो करना पड़ेगा via which I can only get anthrax from that thousands of microorganisms from that sample. So this is what we call it as pure culture. Growing a specific organism separately from this whole population is called as pure culture, and he was the one who actually isolated anthrax bacillus in a pure culture. Okay. Now he introduced method of making smears of bacteria on a glass slide. कि glass slide पे bacteria को हम कैसे स्मीयर बनाए, बैक्टीरियल स्मीयर कैसे बनाए, सो दैट वी कैन सी दैट बैक्टीरिया थ्रू माइक्रोस्कोप. विदाउट स्मीयर डेफिनेटली वी कांट सी, राइट? एंड इवन इफ इन केस वी मेक स्मीयर, वी नीड टू एड सर्टेन डाई टू दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म, बेसिकली टू दैट स्मीयर, अदरवाइज ऑर्गेनिजम्स वोंट बी विजिबल थ्रू द माइक्रोस्कोप. First of all, he made people understand how can they make smear of bacteria on the glass slide, and apart from that he also made them understand this how they can stain the smears using aniline dye, because unless and until you're not staining the content on the smear, it won't be visible through microscope. First you need to make the smear, add the dye, and we are because that dye is going to impart some color to the microorganism in that smear. That is how it would be visible through the microscope. Then he was the one who discovered tuberculosis. ये तो मतलब बहुत बड़ी डिस्कवरी थी इनकी. And he developed staining methods to detect the organism. देखो, tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, है ना? So कैसे दिखता है, like not all dyes are used to stain all type of bacteria. To stain and to see certain specific microorganism through microscope, we have some specific dyes. So he developed that staining method to detect this tuberculosis bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And just because he was the one who discovered tuberculosis, it was also called as Koch bacillus. क्योंकि इन्होंने डिस्कवर किया था, इसलिए उसका नाम Koch bacillus रख दिया गया था. Next, he also told about the causative agent of cholera, that is Vibrio cholera. Okay, first of all, he also told about tuberculosis, and he also told what is causing cholera, that is Vibrio cholera is the microbe which causes cholera. ये इसके बारे में भी इन्होंने बताया है. Then he discovered tubulin, which is used to treat tuberculosis. So when he discovered tuberculosis, at the same time ट्यूबरकुलोसिस डिजीज के बारे में तो पता लग गया, अब उसका कुछ सोल्यूशन तो होना चाहिए ना, ट्रीटमेंट भी होना चाहिए ना. So at that time he was the one who discovered tubulin, which is used to treat tuberculosis. Now he invented hot air oven and steam sterilizer. Sterilization कितना important होता है in growth of the microorganism. We all know that. Being a microbiology student, we all know without properly sterilizing it, we cannot use that particular equipment for the growth of the organism or any experiment as such, because contamination हो जाता है ना. So hot air oven and steam sterilizer के बारे में इन्होंने ही बताया था. Now he explained the pore plate method to identify the pure culture. Now what exactly is this pure plate? Let us understand. देखो, I am taking a sample. Now sample could be anything. It could be soil, it could be air, it could be water, any sample. Okay. Now let us all assume that I am taking the sample as water, any water. ठीक है, pond water, lake water, tap water, कोई भी water आप ले सकते हो. Now I took that sample. Now whatever the water I am taking, there are n number of microorganisms, like so many microorganisms within that sample. Okay. Now if I try to grow this sample there are n number of microorganism which will grow in the plate. So what we will do here is, instead of directly growing the organism, we try to dilute the sample. So what we will do here, out of this whole sample, I am just going to take 1 ml of the sample. देखो यहाँ पे मैंने nutrient media ले लिया है. In other test tubes, I have taken nutrient media. Of course, some media should be there for the growth of the organisms, right? So I have taken nutrient media in all the test tubes. In all the test tubes. Now what I am doing from the main, जहाँ पे sample है, from the main test tube where we have sample, I am transferring 1 ml. I am transferring 1 ml from this whole solution, ठीक है, into that first test tube. तो only, अब देखो यहाँ पे बहुत सारे organisms थे. Now this particular test tube is very diluted because now I will not be having so many number of microorganisms in this test tube one, because I have taken only 1 ml. मतलब मैंने काफी ज्यादा dilution कर लिया है. Okay, अब मैंने क्या करना है, इस टेस्ट ट्यूब 1 से, फ्रॉम दिस टेस्ट ट्यूब 1 I will transfer 1 ml into another nutrient media. Again 1 ml from this. So already this first test tube was diluted. I transferred 1 ml into the second test tube. So you see, more dilution happened. Instead of 6 organisms, now I have only 3 organisms in the second test tube. Now similarly, like that, I will transfer 1 ml in the third test tube. Right now here there is a high probability that I may have only 1 bacteria in this third test tube. So like that, this is what we call it as dilution method. तो हम यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, dilute कर रहे हैं sample को, so that you know at the last test tube, जैसे कि यहाँ पे third test tube है, I will get the highest diluted one, like only 1 organism or very limited number of organisms will be present, so that I can you know get the pure culture out of this 1000 organisms. ये जितने भी organisms है उसमें से मैं एक specific organism, that single organism population or colonies I can grow. That's the whole concept of dilution. Now whatever the diluted test tubes are, if I grow, देखो यहाँ पे मैंने प्लेट, न्यूट्रिएंट मीडिया प्लेट रेडी कर लिया है. आई विल जस्ट टेक अ लिटिल बिट इनटू दिस एंड आई विल स्प्रेड इट. आई विल जस्ट स्प्रेड इट. So upon spreading, there are different colonies based on the different organisms over here. There are different colonies which will grow. Similarly, in test tube 2, I will take a little bit of this nutrient media and I will spread it on the plate, agar plate, that is nutrient media plate. Now here you will see, based on the colonies, whatever the colonies are there, there would be growth of microorganism. And similarly in this plate, from the third test tube, I will take the solution and I will just spread it on the third plate. So here, based on the organism, only 1 colony or very limited colonies will grow. So more the dilution, the high probability is that we can get the pure culture. So this is the whole concept. This is what we call it as pour plate method, that how we are pouring the microbial solution onto the nutrient media plate and we are trying to grow the specific colonies in that nutrient media plate. So highest diluted जितना भी रहेगा उसमें बहुत ज्यादा possibility है that we can get a pure culture out of it. So this concept was explained in pour plate method by Robert Koch. ठीक है? Next, he explained about hanging drop method. Now, what is this hanging drop method? Again, the same thing. I am taking a sample. ये मैंने sample लिया. Let me consider it as water sample. Right? Now, within that water, there are many bacteria which are in living condition. है ना? They are motile. They are moving. But we actually cannot see it with a naked eye. Okay, we need to add some stain and through microscope is only what we can see. अब यहाँ पे concept क्या है कि without killing the bacteria, I can actually see the living, motile, moving bacteria via hanging drop method. So what we will do is, all we need is a cover slip and a smear which is having a groove like this. यहाँ पे छोटा सा groove होना चाहिए. Now on this cover slip, on the 4 corners, I am applying Vaseline. आप Vaseline apply कर सकते हो. And then what we will do is, I'll just dip a loop. अब माइक्रोबायोलॉजी में लूप क्या है आप सबको पता होगा, है ना? This is the loop. I will dip the loop into this particular sample and I will place a drop of that particular sample into the cover slip. तो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, just a drop here on the center of the cover slip I am placing it. And then I will invert the cover slip and then I am going to invert this cover slip on this particular groove such that जो drop हमने डाला है ड्रॉप हमने जो डाला है, द ड्रॉप व्हाट वी प्लेस्ड ऑन द कवर स्लिप शुड डायरेक्टली इट शुड ओवरलैप द ग्रूव दैट इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द स्मीयर. ये जो कैविटी है ना, वहां पे इसको ये ड्रॉप को आना चाहिए. एंड देन सिंपली वी विल इन्वर्ट द टेस्ट ट्यूब. तो यू कैन सी हियर हाउ द ड्रॉप इज हैंगिंग. So the drop, whatever is present, will have all the motile. It will have all the motile bacteria, and through microscope the motile bacteria could be noticed like this. तो यहाँ पे मैंने एक और image लिया है to make you understand. So you see here, this is the cover slip, ये slide है, and this is the hanging drop, and through microscope you will observe it. This is what you will do. This is called as hanging drop method. Just how it is different from a normal smear, the smear what we make on the glass sliders. While making the smear, generally the bacteria gets killed. But in hanging drop, what we are doing, the live bacteria which is motile, which is moving in that one single drop, could be easily visible through the microscope. That's the difference. Okay. Next, he explained about the Koch postulates. Now, अब ये Koch postulates क्या है? Before explaining all these points, let me make you understand the experiment first. Now, as per this postulate, what he told is, if any organism is actually infected by some infection, that organism should have that, the disease causing microbe inside their body. If any organism is not infected by any infection, that no organism, infection causing organism should be seen in that healthy individual. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने model organism लिया है rat. So let us understand this concept now. देखो, this is the healthy animal, healthy rat. Okay, he took a little bit of blood sample of this rat and he could find only RBC. Okay, when he tried growing this in the petri plate, he could not find any infection causing microorganism. कोई भी microorganism which is causing infection into the rat is seen, because this is healthy rat. That's what I told you. Any healthy organism should not have any kind of microorganism which is causing infection. In that condition only we will tell that particular organism is healthy. कोई भी infection causing microorganism नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, now similarly at the same time he took a diseased animal, the rat which is having some kind of infection. When he took the blood sample of that rat, he could see that red blood cells are grown. Along with the red blood cell, there is suspected pathogen. What is the suspected pathogen? The one which is causing infection into that rat. So, along with RBC, different microorganisms are also found, which is actually leading to the disease condition in that animal. And then when he tried growing them separately, he could find colonies of suspected pathogen. मतलब जो बैक्टीरिया उस रैट में इन्फेक्शन कॉज कर रहा था, उसकी कॉलोनी हमने ग्रो करे. ओके, वी अंडरस्टूड. By this we understood one point, that healthy individual will not have any infection causing microbes, but a diseased animal will have infection causing microbes in that body, which is leading to the diseased condition. Then what he did, he took a little bit of sample. देखो, from this he took a little bit of sample and he injected into healthy animal. So he took this microbe, the pathogen which is causing the disease, and he injected that into healthy individual. And after some time, he took the blood of the healthy rat, and again when he noticed it, he could see that healthy animal now have RBC along with the same pathogen that was seen in this diseased rat or diseased animal. Understood with the concept? And then when he tried to grow that in separate petri plate, he could find the same bacteria or the same infection causing microorganism as this. Both of them were same. So that is what he told, that any animal which is diseased should have microorganism in their body which is causing disease. Any healthy individual which is unaffected by any disease should not find any kind of microbes which is causing infection to them in their body. But if I am transferring blood sample or anything from diseased animal to healthy animal, it should again develop the same kind of disease in the healthy individual. That is what he concluded. I hope this is clear. And ultimately, what is the output of this Koch postulate? Let us understand. Dekho, he told the suspected organism must always be present in every host suffering from infection. We understood this point. Okay. Suspected organism means what? The one which is causing infection. The organism which is causing infection should always be present in the host suffering from that infection. Otherwise, we won't tell that person is suffering or that rat is suffering. Okay. Now, the disease should not be found in healthy individual. The disease what is seen in diseased animal, the same disease should not be found in healthy individual. Next, when the disease causing microbe is injected to healthy individual, the host, that is healthy individual, must suffer from the same disease as seen in the diseased animal. This is what we call it as Koch postulate. So this is what he explained. These are the areas where, he helped in development of microbiology. So that's it in this video, guys. I hope the class was very clear, and if in case you have anything to ask, definitely you can DM me on my Instagram channel, or also you can comment below. जो भी टॉपिक है दूसरा, या फिर कुछ भी चीज नहीं समझ आती है, फिर से एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए, definitely you can just comment so that I can make a new video on that. So that's it in this video, guys. So take care and stay safe. दूसरी वीडियो में मिलते हैं. Bye bye.